To activate the unit, we will just press the red button, and what do we find here? Can you see those little points on the bottom of the display? That is the power bar sensor. And the first thing to learn is that when it is lit, it indicates that the output has been activated. The battery pack is running now. If we press the red button again, it stops. But what exactly is the power sensor bar for? It indicates consumption. It says how much power the tattoo machine is demanding in real time, and so it will help us know how much your cell will last. To understand the concept better, imagine that it is like the car consumption readout that can be seen on the dashboard. And what makes a car consume more fuel? Three things: the speed, the load we put on the car, and the grading of the road. A car running faster will consume more fuel, a car heavy loaded will consume more fuel, and a car running uphill will consume more fuel. The same goes for your machine. The higher the speed of the motor, the higher it will be the power needed. The harder the cartridge, then the higher will be also the power demanded. And finally, the harder the skin is and the pressure exerted on the body, the higher will also the power be. All this information can be read in the power sensor bar. If the fuel consumption of a car is high, then the tank will empty faster. Likewise, if the power demanded by the machine is high, the cell will empty faster too. For example, let's start the machine without any cartridge fit. It is around 3 points. When reading, in this case, the power sensor bar, we see that the power demanded is minimum. If we put the cartridge, we can see that the resistance of the membrane is making the power demand to go higher. So, depending on the cartridge we are using and our tattoo machine, the consumption will be different. And also, depending on the skin of our customer, we are also going to find some variation on consumption. Also, a good point of the power bar for the tattoo artist is that you can tell if anything is going wrong. The power sensor bar will become over time of an indicator of normality, so to speak. If it happens that you feel something different in your machine with your standard setup, you can rely on the power sensor bar to see what's the power consumption. Maybe you see here something unusual, like 3 or 4 more marks of consumption than usual. Because you're used to see what's normal in your machine, this could be an indicator of some kind of difference in your setup. Maybe the cartridge, the assembly of the machine, or some other thing that has changed. So the final idea is, the battery lasts at a maximum of about 7 hours when the power sensor bar is at like 4 marks. But if your machine demands more power than this, more power sensor marks, then the cell will last proportionally less time. But hey, that's not a problem. You can recharge a fully depleted cell in 1.5 hours, and the most demanding machine won't dry a cell in such a little time, so you can work without worrying about duration, because you will always have a recharged spare cell ready. And of course, you can have unlimited cells and so unlimited hours of continuous tattooing without the need of having to recharge while tattooing.